Thank you, everybody, for your patience and your understanding on what's been a difficult day of conditions. Just to bring you up to speed to the game that happened on Field 2, New Zealand defeated Hong Kong, China. New Zealand will finish 5th at the Asia Pacific Championships. Hong Kong, China will finish 6th. So it all comes down to this. 4 quarters of high-intensity lacrosse to decide the 2025 Asia Pacific champion. It's Australia facing Japan. The Japanese have dominated this championship over the years. In fact, they've won all 6 women's titles at the Asia Pacific Women's Championship. So they are looking to continue that dominance. Australia looking to make some history of their own by winning their first ever Asia Pacific Women's Championship. Please welcome our match officials. Please welcome the reigning champions, Japan! If you are physically able, please be upstanding and remove your hat for the playing of the national anthems.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that
A slice of history awaits. It's the gold medal game. Best of luck, Australia. Best of luck, Japan.
And our master of ceremonies there, Mr. Jason Bennett, getting things started. And we're about to get things started here in the commentary box of the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is gold medal time, and there's only one of them. Loser of this gets a silver medal, and someone with a gold medal already. And nothing brings back memories like that, Michelle Davies.
Yes, this is a big one, and the Aussies will be out to win this and be the first time we've won this cup. So, yeah, excited for this match.
And you can see the Australian team there as we got Pete Greenhouse on the team looking at all the stats tonight. Tim Dobson down the bottom. As I said, Mr. Spielberg, Christian Leray up the top, and the man that makes it all happen, Mr. Scotty Gill. And we cannot forget Alex, who's just nailed the national anthems there as the two teams do the coin toss down there. Australians getting around each other, as is Japan. And there have been a lot of training sessions, as you see the Japanese side on the screen. A lot of training sessions to get to this point. A massive amount of sacrifice for these players. You've been a part of that already, Michelle. And what are they feeling right now?
Yeah, that's the most time that you get with your teammates is during these tournaments, and time together is key for their development. So I think most leading into some big tournaments ahead, time spent together is critical for these teams.
Absolutely. And players to watch on Australia?
It's going to be the battle of the 17s, I'm going to say, with Mim Suarez Jury winning and dominating through the midfield and at centre draws, and then Nakazawa 17 was similar style game. So battle of the 17s, battle of the 21s, with Latch up forward. I think she's the key drive for Australia. But Yamane's been really strong down there for Japan as well. So
absolutely. Well, we're about to get gold medal action underway. And a little birdie told me it was your husband's birthday the other day.
Yeah, it was. I may have put lacrosse ahead of hubby's birthday, so hopefully he's forgiven me for that one.
You're going to give him a shout out for
yeah,
happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Matt. Sorry I missed it.
And as I said, sacrifices are always made, as in the commentary team as well. And big shout out to the beautiful Kathy who's watching. She's just got into lacrosse, and hope you enjoy this one, darling. And we are going to have a gold medal on the line here. It is Japan, and they haven't been beaten. They're the only team to have won this trophy.
Yeah, they've really dominated, haven't they, historically? But I think the Aussies will want to snatch this one back. So it's going to be an absolutely cracking game.
It is indeed. Ashton Hiron goes to the middle for the Australians, and the Ball Kids, who have done a fantastic job all week. And not only that, they've been around, they've been running around, helping out. So we saw them all come out with the Australians. And what an honour to give the ball up as the crowd shows their appreciation. And it is a gold medal game here. We are about to get it started. In the centre there is Ainui for Japan. And the two teams just getting ready to start this centre draw. And here we go, gold medal on the line. Australian Lacrosse Network, live and free. We hope you enjoy this game. Ball comes out, ball to be won. It's won by Japan first up. Ball comes down here with Tanaka. And Tanaka, she has done plenty of that this week already. Yamane. And Japan with the first opportunity. Akiyama, she was good last night. Ended up with 3.
Yeah, she plays that left-hand shooter position very well. Mizuno here loves to drive.
And here's the first. Looks down. Good crash there from the Aussies. We saw this for the Japanese side. Looks inside. Not able to get in there is Nakazawa. Nakazawa ended up with 4 last night. And she is one of their keys, as you said, Michelle. Ball on the other side here. Yamamoto just loses the ball. Here's Ashton Hiron. Gets crunched. But Ashton Hiron standing tall. And she doesn't mind the little bit of rubbing out there.
No, she can take this. And great hustle there to turn that ball over.
So ball coming down here through Sarah Smith. And Sarah Smith runs the ball into the Aussies. So no shot on the cage there for Japan. And Australia, they have come to play. And Theo Quass has been in the action very early for most games. Just need to get those passes up. There'll be a bit of nerve out there. Hiron comes back up to Latch. And Latch back to Ashton Hiron. I'm expecting Ashton Hiron to set it on fire tonight. Latch, though, she has looks inside, left hand. Good save from the keeper. Ball to be won is won. Suarez Jury just gives a little push. Gets the ball in her stick. But she is deemed to have infringed there. As the ball is on the outer side here.
Aussies pressuring here on the ride.
Ball here with Tamura. Tamura comes through the centre. Quite easy. Good check there from Latch. Tamura. And the ball finds its way into the offence for Japan. So another opportunity here for Japan. Ball down the back to Akiyama. Akiyama picked up there by Sarah Smith. Battle of the pace there. Smith, Akiyama. Smith looks to roll around. Not there. Ball finds its way up the top. Good work there, but a flag on the play there for the push. Tanaka will take the ball. And Japan with an opportunity from the 15-metre arc. Straight in front.
Great work from Ashton Hiron to slide on that earlier one to support Sarah Smith.
So opportunity here for Tanaka. Tanaka doesn't get in. Looks to go down and just draws that player there in Parker. Nakazawa. She's shifty with the stick in her hand. Just seems to find space all the time. The guy, Nakazawa.
Yeah, Sarah Smith just caught out low, marking up but getting in the free position.
Suarez Jury up against Nakazawa. Nakazawa pops that one over the left-hand hip. Gets a knock there from Suarez Jury. But Japan on the board first through Nagai Nakazawa.
Yeah, she's strong and quick off the mark there. Able to just take it on her left. Yeah, I think it was Hiron that came in late with that push.
So Japan hit the scoreboard first. Good shot on the left hip.
Great
Cross
shot
the
on
keeper.
the, yes.
Always hard on that left hand, well, right hand on the right hip, left hand on the left hip.
Yeah, I think she starts right and then goes down that alleyway and happy to take the left-handed shot.
So Australia had an opportunity. Keeper made a save. Japan 1-0.
We've got a break.
And we've got a break here. Illegal procedure on Australia. So Japan with another opportunity. Ainui has the ball and passes it backwards. Australia have just sloughed back into defence, allowing that clear to happen fairly easily. So the ride, just letting Japan get into the offence there. As Kawai has the ball. Ball on the right-hand side. Back to Kawai. Kawai. Over there to Hosoda. Hosoda looks back up. Looking to run this top arc. Nothing there. And that might just got the stick there. Made it look a little worse. But the ball here with Mizuno. And Mizuno's been really good too for Japan.
Yeah, she has. She loves taking those really wide dodges from here and giving herself a bit of space. Nice run up and then...
So Mizuno again gets the goal line extended. Pushes the ball down. Ball on the bottom corner. Looks inside. Good pressure there from Rachel Kirchheimer. Nearly dispossessing Yamane there.
Aussie's not pushing out. They're waiting.
Good work there, and looks for the foul, but there wasn't one. That was just good defence. And ball comes back the other way. That's Bonnieu. Bonnieu numbers she's got on the outer side there. Mim Suarez Jury, and she'll just settle this ball down. As Ashton Hiron runs into the centre. Bonnieu didn't play the early games, came on in the first game she did. 1 touch, 1 goal. Australia will be looking for her to do that. Theo Quast looking to run this right hand, getting a little bit of space. Quast gets in, does get in. Fires, no goal there. Just goes past the keeper. It's come off a red stick. and that has gone out of bounds. That will be an Australian ball as Georgia Latch looking for a high hit there. Just
grabbed her face there. Was in amongst the pack though, so hard to see.
don't mind it. Gold medal game on the line. Latch looks to run around. Up here to Suarez Jury. Suarez Jury just loses the ball, gets pressure now, but able to get it out. Japan turn it over. Ball comes back the other way. Hosoda kicks the ball there to Akiyama. Akiyama looking at a transition. Good defense. Deemed that was a bit physical there from Sarah Smith.
Good work by the Aussies. They got numbers back on that fast break. Abby Thorne, Suarez Jury all heading back and holding that up.
So Akiyama has the ball, looks to get in, does get in. Good work. Watts just takes the ball and runs out the back. Always good to feel it in the stick as a keeper early.
Great trail check from Ashton Hiron.
And the ball is sent out the other side. Pace there. And Kirchheimer, she's got the keeper backwards, but finds Mim Suarez Jury. And if anyone can run away from anyone, Mim Suarez Jury can run away from most. Mollison on the field now, as is Jess Morrison. We've seen Jess Morrison when she comes on normally scores pretty early in her sets. So Morrison kicks the ball up to Latch. Latch over to Parker. Parker looking to go to work here. And the double comes. Good double, good switch. And just those balls, uncharacteristic. Another unforced error there for Australia. And Japan will run the ball out. Tosses it up and over. Ball to be won here. Ball is knocked down. Yamane picks that ball up. Runs the ball into the centre circle. She might go backwards here to just relieve pressure as some substitutes come on. And Japan with the ball. A little uncharacteristic there of Australia. Just losing the ball a couple of times in their offensive end.
Yeah, just not hitting sticks, executing those skills.
Nerves at the start of a big game. Again, Japan 6 from 6 in this tournament.
Yeah, it's at a frenetic pace as well, and I think the Japanese defence really push out hard on either side, so they take away your time and your space.
Parker running with Yamamoto. Free space is going to be had there as Sarah Smith was just parked right in the 15-metre circle. And ball in the stick of... gets one across there. That's going to be a yellow card here.
Be a card.
And that is Mim Suarez Jury. So gets one right across the nose. Accidental, but that will be a yellow card. And Suarez Jury. So opportunity here again for Japan. They're currently 1-0. There's 5.5 to go in the first term. And we might have a blood rule here, have we? No? Just stopping the clock.
Yeah, a little uncontrolled on that one, Suarez Jury.
So an opportunity here for Mizuno. Mizuno up to the goal scorer in Nakazawa. And a 3-second call here called on Morrison. Fast start, can't do that. Going to have to set up properly. But it was outside, so it's just a... so that she probably could have done that. And Yamamoto with the ball. Yamamoto left alone, and that's free space. Australia just need to get this man-down defence on point here. And this one here really hurts when you've got a player out. Smith. So ball, good knockdown there from Parker. Ball to be won. Parker on the bottom hand. Open on the bottom corner there. Yamane, good pressure there from Kirchheimer to get over. And ball is running towards the boundary. I don't think it's going to go out. Oh, got to be careful touching the ball and stepping out of bounds. But
yeah, ball just staying in. It's a little heavier out there now. The Aussies are sliding well and supporting each other with this player down defence.
So Yamamoto with the ball. Fires up the top, looks down the bottom. Good work there from Kirchheimer. She's good so far on the defence. Good slide from Smith. Looks up to Yamamoto and finds that free space again. But while this is all happening, that penalty's running out.
Yeah, some good slides down low there from Kirchheimer and Smith, both sharing the 3-on-2 overlap down on the bottom.
Yamamoto steps in, fires. Good save there from Watts. Pushes that one past the cage and goes out of bounds. And just manages to get a tip on that, but coming back up the top. So potentially called a free space again. We saw Yamamoto there. Drive, she comes in again, looks to fire up the top. That was
almost identical.
That's a pass, to be honest. And we've got Japan with the ball again. But that's running out, and the penalty has expired here. And we've got we're going to start again.
So Bonnie, you on now.
So even numbers here have Australia. Yamamoto looks to step in. Good trail check from Smith. Just hung that stick out. That was well away from the body.
You're unlucky there, Sarah Smith. She's been playing well and really hustling hard down in defence.
I'm going to say let them play. It's a gold medal game. And ball with Yamane. Ball comes over to Mizuno. Mizuno to Nakazawa. Nakazawa. Good defence. Looks down. There's got to be a free player here. There's 2-on-1. Looks inside and more free space. So giving up these 15-metre opportunities, Michelle.
Yeah, you can see the Aussies are basically staying within that fan area. They're not extending out. They're waiting for the Japanese drivers to come at them fast. But that way the slides aren't as far. So but they are camped in there a little bit. So those free space
No one on the
balls.
bottom left-hand corner here. Watts, big save down low. Good leg save there from Watts. And Australia with an opportunity coming down here with Parker.
Well controlled by Liv Parker.
And ball down the bottom corner. So Australia 1-0 down at the moment. Just second guessing here, Mollison. Needs some help. They just need to move this ball around a little. And ball comes out to Parker now. Sorry, to Morrison. Morrison down there to Quass. Quass looks to drive. Quass gets up top side of her player. Fires. And that's come off. And that'll be an Aussie ball as they were closer. Good save again from the keeper there.
Yeah, great work. They're just, she's shooting from a little bit further. Her angles aren't quite
steps
right.
inside though. That one's up and over the top, but it's going to be a penalty there.
Yeah, we've seen Theo Quass drive those all week and take that one extra step to finish her shot. She's just letting him off a bit early. I think they want to hit the scoreboard, the Aussies, so they're just...
and Uchida in the cage for Japan.
Doing a great job. They've got 4 Aussies low behind the extended goal line, so some options.
Looks down. Parker looking to move up to Morrison, who's going to open the scoring here for the Aussies. Bonnie Yu comes around, looks to Mollison, down to Quass. Quass, she looks to drive, does drive, gets around left, not there. And we'll get a... she's called for... Oh, I thought she was called for a ward then.
I thought they were saying in the crease, but not sure.
Hang on, just holding time. Oh, from the fan? From the point of the fan. Okay. I actually thought that call, she had the arm out looking like the ward call. I was thinking both hands are on the stick. Really hard to ward with 2 hands on the stick. Quass, got to watch her back. Oh, Quass does watch her back. Watches it in the back of the net. Theo Quass gets her first. And the Australians are 1-1 with 40 seconds to go in the first term. Good shot there from Theo Quass.
Yeah, I thought she was going to get that trail check off, but amazing finish there, just really tight angles. They're quite congested there down there in front of goal, the Aussies, so I think we'll see them drag that a little bit wider in the next quarter.
Again, I think this is just the feeling out part, isn't it? You can feel this game, and a gold medal game should be really tight.
Yeah,
one of these teams going to break it open. 15 seconds to go. Need a ball out of the centre. That's not it. And Japan with the last opportunity. As a flag on the play. We got 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the clock. And there's an opportunity. So there's a shot coming here, and that'll come through Akiyama. Needs a shot here. Limited time. Akiyama, Watts in the cage. Akiyama fires, and Watts safe, and looks at the outlet, and the time runs out, finds Theo Kwas.
Yeah,
And the Aussies won, Japan won in what was a very quick, entertaining first quarter here in the gold medal match in the 2025 Women's Asia Pacific Lacrosse Championships.
It wasn't pretty, but it certainly was a grind. So both teams really battling out defensively. The Japanese defense is happy to come out a little bit wider, and if Australia can just absorb a bit of that pressure and make some space for each other, I think they'll be a bit more dynamic in this quarter.
So 1-1 ball game, plenty going on in that quarter. Peter Greenhow, how did you see that?
Battle of the defences, really, wasn't it? 5 shots apiece, 1 goal apiece. Watts, I counted that last one as a save. 2 saves, and Uchida with 3. Japan just winning the ball out of the centre, getting that first possession, makes Australia have to play a hard defence. They tire out, then they've got to get it down the end and try and do something. Bit sloppy that first quarter.
Yeah, unforced errors?
Yeah, unforced errors. I think I've got one here for Australia, but that was a turnover as well.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, 3 errors. One of those is an unforced turnover for Japan. But yeah, just a bit nervy, bit
Just
sloppy.
feeling each other out, we were saying before.
Yeah,
Pete.
that's a good way to put it. Just the defences are playing really well. I really like the way Australia ran the clock down for that penalty that Mim Suarez jury got. But no, anyone's game, 1 apiece.
And Japan with both centre draws there with the wins.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep.
So Australia have been dominant in that centre draw area. Japan at the moment coming up with both.
Yeah.
So, we look forward to see what happens in this second term. It's currently 1-1 here at the Sunshine Coast Stadium as the lights here beam down on the field. The field's dried up really well, and it looks a picture out there at the moment, Michelle Davies, as we go into the second term.
Yeah, this is vastly different to what it looked like a couple of hours ago. So fantastic conditions and a cracking first quarter.
Well, we haven't seen Mim Suarez Jury get into this. She's got plenty out of the centre draws, just trying to take a bit more space there. And there goes Mim Suarez Jury, comes out the back, picked up there by Ashton Hiron. Hiron looks inside, finds Suarez Jury. Suarez Jury with pace, but gets equalled with that pace by Tanaka. Ball down the back with Latch. Latch likes what she sees. Not much of a double there. Latch looks over. Just couldn't quite pull that down there on that back corner, back lane.
Yeah, it's those
Just a little
skill
high.
errors.
And here comes a transition, and there is Nakazawa. Nakazawa looks inside, and there's one for Japan.
Mizuno.
Coming back the other way. Mizuno just past, not making it spot down in this offensive end. If that had been there, it would have been put in the back of the net. Ball turns over, 2 passes, and just gets there topside high.
Yeah, too much space. Unforced error, just didn't hit the target. So they're the basics, that the fundamentals of lacrosse that they've got to sharpen up on, the Aussies. I think go back to basics, hit those skills, and the rest will come.
So Japan 2, Australia 1. Ball back in the centre. Harbour up against Parker. Parker wins this one. Looks to down there to Hiron. Parker looks to draw her player down to the bottom corner. Not there. Ball down the back here with Latch. Latch. Good pick inside from Lane. And Latch looking to release this ball. Japan pushing out as they have done for most of the week. Hiron looks to get inside, just runs through her defender, and that's going to be a charge. So Hiron giving the ball up as she runs straight through Nakazawa.
Nakazawa was set in a defensive position.
Another opportunity here for Japan. as they bring it into the offensive end. So again, just another sort of unforced error, isn't it? And Australia,
They play a really different style defence, the Japanese, so I think Australia will just need some time to adjust to that.
so the ball here with Kawhi. Kawhi up to Hosoda, back to Kawhi. Back to Hosoda. Just, trying to sneak the corners. Good work there from Parker. Hosoda to Kawhi. Sitting really wide again. Japan, we saw that here with 3-3. With their 3-3. Looks up, looks inside. Not there. Free space. And Japan will take the ball up the top here through Mizuno.
Yeah, we saw Megan Kitagawa, number 9 there, working the crease and getting open quite a few times, which she's done throughout this tournament. So I think they'll be looking to bring her in.
So Mizuno looks to go in, doesn't. It's the ball down there. Kitagawa, that's the player you were just talking about. Ball down the back. Looking to come around the left-hand corner. Good work there from Australian defence. I think that was Thorne on that one. Parker. Back up the top.
Sarah Smith working hard to be the slide here.
The dangerous Nakazawa. And we're going to have a 3-second call here, are we? I was going to say that's Parker. Maybe. Anyway, subs happening here. So Japan with plenty of the ball in the offense and really being patient down here. On the left, oh, just steps past. Good check there. Watts comes out. The team to be on the hand.
Yeah, good recovery by Abby Thorne. Yamane got that first step, which we've seen. She's got a great split dodge, but Abby Thorne chasing it down.
So Akiyama with the ball. Akiyama looks to step in and get some free space again.
Yeah, Kirchheimer in the free space position there.
And she'll have to step out the back. Akiyama looks to fire inside. Good check there from Kirchheimer. Great takeaway, and the Aussies running down the field. Kirchheimer just protecting the ball. Gets a bit of a push there, and that's going to be a push. And Kirchheimer will have the ball. Just sorting this out. And
Yeah, they like to do that trap on the clear, the Japanese
defending
defense.
player there in Kamatami. And Australia. Be good to see a good offensive set here from them. Just rushed it a little bit, have Australia. And the pressure from the Japanese defenders. Ball up the top, Bonnie Yu. She could be a match winner tonight, Bonnie Yu.
They've created a big space for her to
Cleared
drive.
space, Bonnie Yu steps down, looks inside, double comes, just need to move the ball over here. Lane looks down the bottom corner. Kwas looks to step in. Good recovery there from Japan. Back to Latch. Latch looks to drive the right-hand bottom corner. Not there, back to Yu. Yu starts it all over again. Yu this time tries to get in left. Doesn't, gets monstered. Now there's 3 players who have judged. Oh, good pick off there. Picks off the pass. And Theo Kwas chases Kawhi down. Another opportunity here. Kawhi in. Tink, tink, tink off the bar. It goes. Ball. Out it comes. Goalie out of the cage. Looks to get inside. Oh, just misses the open cage. Just Georgia Latch. Keeper came out to put pressure on her. Had an open goal. Fires it over the top.
Fantastic look from Hiron all the way down. The goalie was up near the restraining line, and Georgia Latch won't want to watch that again. She wouldn't mind that taken again.
Would get 99 out of 100, Georgia Latch, with those. But that's the pressure that is currently out there.
Yeah, Japanese defence, they're sending 2 to the ball all the time, so the Aussies have got to absorb that pressure.
So Japan looking to take this out through Kobayashi. Kobayashi Over to Tamura. We've got a 2-1 game, 7 1/4 to go, 7 45 to go in the second term. And Yamamoto looks to draw her player up. Does Quass. But Jess Morrison will pick her up. Well, maybe Jess Morrison will. Yep, she picks her up now. Yamamoto brings it in for Japan. Over to Oda. And Oda down the back to Mizuno. Mizuno starts her attack to Kitagawa. Megan Kitagawa. The 2 9s against each other. Kirchheimer, Kitagawa. And just lifts the arm. Going to have there's a yellow card coming here on right Kirchheimer.
Looked like a held check, but maybe it was brought up into her face.
So Kirchheimer, another opportunity here for Japan. And we have a 2-1 ball game, but Australia are going to have to play man down again as Kitagawa passes the ball over to Oda. Oda just trying to find some free space there. And Yamamoto certainly draws that.
Yeah,
So
when you're zoning up in that space, it was Abby Thorne low.
no one's on the bottom left-hand corner here.
Jess Morrison might need to sneak down there.
And we're going to have a... So, Jess Morrison getting away with that ball inside. Yamamoto hit the bar again. Ball comes out. Japan. So Australia lucky again. Finds the bar. Fires. That's come off. And that'll be an Aussie ball. Yep, absolutely. Closest to the ball. That had some heat on it there.
Abby Thorne will bring this down.
So, a couple of opportunities there for Japan. We've got a 2-1 game here. 6 minutes 10 left on the clock. Thorne just loses the ball. One coming from behind her. They need to talk. Thorne looks to run it over. She's got the keeper back if she needs it, but decides to go to Ashton Hiron. Hiron now with 4 on her.
4 on 1.
And Ashton Hiron gets through 4. And Nakazawa just goes with her. So Australia with another opportunity.
Jess Morrison open in the middle. Jess has been the free player, but she was the furthest one away.
Look at you. You doesn't have, I was going to say, you doesn't have anyone on her. There's an offside here in Australia. Australia are going to turn the ball over. So Australia run offside there. So Japan and the coaches were none too happy with that. And Japan bring the ball out again. Another opportunity for Japan. Tamura. Here to Tanaka. Tanaka running down. Ball down the back. Back to Tanaka. Tanaka turns, looks to go, looks to shoot. Does shoot. Goes wide. And Australia just getting sorted here. They are still a player down. So that's what that's why they're having these opportunities. Yamamoto looks inside up and just player coming straight through the centre there in Tanaka.
Yeah, Aussies unable to match up on everyone. I think the penalty's just been released and they'll try and reset here. But yeah, we see lots of space in that middle. There's the overlap. Everyone watching their player on the outside, and Tanaka just sneaking right through that inside lane.
So Japan currently leading 3-1. Got a timeout, I believe, called here. No.
No timeout.
No timeout. Okay. Looked like there was a call there, but no timeout called. So Japan getting another one.
Yeah, and looking dangerous when their player up. That was caused by a lot of pressure during that midfield, and the Aussies got caught out. Some skill errors as well. So they want to just go back and send a possession key here. If they can pinch one back in this last 4 minutes, it'll make a big difference at halftime.
So ball in, Smith, ball up. Can Australia get their first of the second term. Latch would be still thinking she should have one. And Latch looks to get in. Mim Suarez Jury. Over here to Ashton Hiron. Suarez Jury. Cut comes in. Double comes. There's got to be 3 seconds there or a free space because there's about 15 players sitting right in the middle of the crease. And just spotted now, Japan. They were almost huddling in the middle of that 15-metre arc.
Yeah, Suarez Jury had, I think, looked up and there were 5 players in front of her, so certainly within that space.
And
that free
rain
space.
starting to fall here at Sunshine Coast Stadium. Steps inside, looks. Good save there from Uchida. Stick side high.
Yeah, needed to finish that one to help the Aussies narrow the margin there.
Kamatani gives the ball back there to Tamura. Tamura gets past Kwas.
Great chase from Beck Lane.
And just getting that out easily there are Japan.
They're really using their speed off those first couple of steps to get ahead of the Aussies.
And ball down the back here with Akiyama. Akiyama. Ball up there to Hosoda. Hosoda running down that. And we've got a whistle on the play for a push here. And that wasn't on the ball carrier. Or maybe it was on the ball carrier.
Yeah, I think Sarah Smith's the master of walking away and not making it look like it was her foul.
Well, they've got to have someone.
Oh, no, it's off ball. You're right.
Yeah, I was going to say, had to be off ball because she didn't actually touch her when she came down there. Ball, back over, looks down the bottom. Free player in the middle there for Japan. Good movement here for Japan. Hosoda looks to get inside. Australia, just a little loose there.
Good defence, Sarah Smith. That's a great slide.
But just gets picked up for it. But you've got to be there, don't you? Because
Yeah.
otherwise they step into an open cage.
You'd rather send her back.
So-
And she can't let her just run through, so.
So Kawhi just assessing what's around her. Kawhi, ball back out up the top. Hosoda looks in, fires and pops that one up top shelf. And Hosoda gets another one. And Japan out to a 4-1 lead here with about 1:20 to go in the first half.
Hosoda just drove hard on that right-hand side, and there was, again, Ashton Hiron lost her, but there was no slide coming up from low, so. Back to team defence, Aussies.
Played a lot of defence, Australia, in this first half. And they just haven't taken the opportunities down in the offensive half either. So Japan look like they're going to take a lead. How big is that lead going to be? 54 seconds left in the first half. And Japan out to a 4-1 lead. Australia, Parker picks the ball up. Can they get one in the last 40 seconds? They're going to have to push the cage. Suarez Jury running down the middle. Good work there from Parker. Got to have good clock management here. They need to look like they're going to attack the cage. Latch, 23 seconds. Latch looking to get through. Player just off there. Yu looks to go down to get on her left hand. Looks inside. Oh, Parker on the other side. Didn't see it. 7 seconds left. Need to drive the cage here. Australia looks up, looks in. And that one's going to turn over. No, ball hits the deck. Just not crisp at the moment, the Aussies in offence.
Yeah, we've seen 2 feeds just even in that last 30 seconds that aren't hitting sticks. So Aussies will need to just sharpen up on those basics. And those skill errors have really let them down.
So the Aussies trailing at the half. It is 4-1 Japan. And... number one, they played a lot of defence. Number two, their offence was sloppy.
Their offence
Australia,
was sloppy.
on the other hand, Japan, great defence. And their offense was pretty much on point when they had the opportunities. They made the Aussies sort of turn their heads a lot, and they were easy when they were coming through the middle. And it'll probably say that in the stats as Peter Greenhow comes in for them.
Yeah, close, Tony. Olivia Parker doing okay in the centre draws, really holding them up. And Australia actually winning all the possessions from the centre draws this quarter, but they just have been, and I think I heard the word Michelle sloppy. I think they're actually a bit shell-shocked, to be honest. They haven't been really challenged all week, and now they've come out to a really quick, agile, and pretty silky Japan, and they're really struggling to keep up with it. I just wonder... there's a lot of joking around before the game, maybe whether the preparedness, the mental preparedness, whether they just weren't quite switched on.
Yep.
So, look, the Japanese have been firing on all cylinders. There's this half, you got 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots.
Yep.
Watts making the one save that quarter. Yoshida not really seeing too many shots made a save. But yeah, it's just all Japan.
The 4 goals that they've got, are they assisted goals or are they drives?
So mostly, well, one was a cut-in man up, one was a transition goal, one was from 15 metre, and that last one was a drive. So really, they're just being very creative, Japan, and taking the opportunities that are given.
They've had fast break goal, they've had a player up, and they've made the most of that opportunity. Then they've had one really good cut, and then one 15 metre. So you know they're ticking all the boxes. They're not.
They haven't found any weakness in the offense yet of Japan, and they're putting their shots away.
Yep.
You know, they have had a couple rattled the bar.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple of big shots.
We've seen the Aussies in the other games drawing really, really wide and then getting that run up and taking the dodge, and then the slides have to come. But the Japanese are matching up one-on-one really well.
Yeah.
They're pushing out on the adjacent players, so there's not an easy outlet pass, which means Aussie actually have to work a little bit harder off ball. But they've got a lot of pressure, and I think they've got to try and just absorb that pressure.
And the perfect example of that was when, right at the end there with, 20 seconds to go, Liv Parker found the bottom corner and was looking at, on one side, Georgia Latch, the other side, Theo Quas, but they were covered.
They were flat and covered.
And they had nowhere to go.
Yep.
So, the Japanese are doing a really great job defensively and offensively. They've really, that quarter was Japan.
Yep, absolutely was. And Australia, not without their opportunities. Georgia Latch, open goal opportunity. And it's those little things, isn't it, that spark a team. All of a sudden, you get one down the other end, outlet to Latch one-on-one with the keeper. All she has to do is put it low, and it goes in the cage. It goes over the top. Japan get it back, and they scored from that as well when they brought it back.
Yeah, we've talked about momentum shifts, haven't we? And that was a significant moment when there was just a quick shift back.
Well, at that point, it was 2-1.
Yeah.
So they score that, it's 2-2. Australia have momentum. Japan are going, oh, no, we I've come up. All of a sudden, the keeper doesn't, but it goes the other way, and it's almost a 2-goal turnaround.
And right at the end there as well, the feeds into the crease, they're just not working. And they haven't really worked all week for the Aussies. Most of their goals have been from cuts or, lost the words. They're not feeding the crease.
Yeah. They've been
not feeding the crease.
They've been from drives up the top, or they've been sort of on the bottom corners where they come in and pop it in, or they
draw and dump. These sorts of things, but not feeding the crease.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it is half time. It is Japan 4. It is Australia 1. But there is another 2 quarters to go. 30 minutes of lacrosse here to decide our gold medalists for this Asia Pacific Women's World Championship. Well qualifiers. Both teams qualified for Tokyo, Japan in 26. There's a lot of pride on the line here, though.
Yeah, and there's a lot of lacrosse still to be played, so I expect a big comeback from the Aussies here.
Yep, and we said earlier, Pete, Japan, the only name on this trophy at the moment.
Yeah, that's right, Tone. The Aussies will be very keen to get their name on there, and Japan will be very keen to keep theirs the only name on there.
Keep a clean sheet, so to speak, of names on the trophy. So the Aussies are in their huddle I'm sure with the coaching staff that they have out there, that they will would have talked about that. They'd be calm. They're a very calm coaching group, and they would have just said, look, you know, we're probably 10% away here, and if we can start to get some scoreboard pressure on, what they don't want to do is go into their shell now that they do have some, because the first time they've been in this situation all tournament, and you're 3 goals down, but it's only 3 goals.
Yeah, 3 goals down and you haven't executed your skills the way you wanted to. You haven't been disciplined to your game plan, and you've only just started winning the centre draws. So I think they're still in the game, and if they can just tighten up on those things that we've talked about, which...
So who's that player that's going to spark this team? I have a little saying in lacrosse, you know, history's made by someone who's willing to pick up the pencil. Who's going to pick the pencil up out there tonight for Australia and try and write this history? Where does it start?
Look, Ashton Hiron plays hard. She's a very skilled, quick, strong player, and she's determined. So Ashton Hiron, for me, could be one that steps up and takes that upon herself and really drives the team.
And you, Michelle?
For me, it's Georgia Latch.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen that she can actually, you know, light up with those big outside shots, and she's had some great assists. I just want her to actually drive to the cage, draw the fouls, and really step up to another level, which we've seen her do.
Yep. And out of the centre, we've seen Mim Suarez-Jury eating it up all week. She's been dining. It's like a buffet in there for her with balls coming out. She's not getting the service at the moment. Parker's been doing well in the middle. But, yeah, there's just... It's just a little, just to turn up the heat a little.
They're just talking about it now. You've got Parker and Hiron talking to Bonnie Yu and Suarez-Jury and just pointing to where they're going to try and put it. And, yeah, they're having a little centre draw meeting in the middle there. Well,
for me, I think they need to get more pressure on the ride because Japan are getting up into their forward third really easily. And I think Quas has been really good early in games. Really hasn't sort of, she got the first, but just, you know, I think she needs to drag that team up. She's some experience in that offensive end, and Australia. But I'll tell you what, Kitagawa has been great down there. Nakazawa just has finished off where she left off in probably every game she's played in this tournament.
Yeah, Mizuno's been good too down low there in the shooting position. She's had a number of shots too, so...
Yep, so they are just about to head back out here. Great camera work from the Australian Lacrosse Network, and Christian Leray and Tim Dobson down there on the ground. You can always tell it's warm and wet. Tim Dobson, he's going the Mohead motorbike socks there, the bare feet.
Yeah, I think he's been a bit wet down there today, Tim. Just taking one for the team.
I was going to say, Tim, don't go and stay. But this rain too, just light rain. But how much is that going to affect these sticks? As Japan break. Great camera work here. And the officials, as the coaching staff of Australia, just get their heads together. And the Japan side, well, they'd be pretty comfortable at the moment. I know it's only 3 goals, but they would like their defence and they'd like their movement that they're having in their offence.
Yeah, they've dominated down there, haven't they? And the pressure through that ride and the pressure down in defence has really upset the rhythm of the Aussies, I think.
So it is second half action here. Japan in the gold medal game, leading 4-1 at the moment. And we're going to start a fresh 15 minutes. Parker in the middle. And I think that's Harbour in there. No, Anui in there. And that's going to be a Japan ball as well. So everything running the red and white at the moment. As the ball gets pushed out here to Fujimura. Fujimura gives it to that player, Nakazawa. And the ball down with Akiyama. Akiyama down to Yamane. And Yamane, and you can see here again, Japan have spread really wide. Tanaka.
Sarah Smith overplaying one side, trying to force her down.
Looks to come inside. Nakazawa. They're just running little shifts here, left and right. Just really rotating this top. Steps down. Kawhi draws a flag. And we've got a 3-second call, have we here? As Mim Suarez jury. And ball up the top with Kawhi. Kawhi steps in, looks dispossessed, says she gets a push and a card. And the crowd out there, not overly happy with that call either. You can hear that in our effects, Mike.
Yeah, I thought they got their stick in the way there nicely, the Aussies, but not to be so.
So Kawhi will go again. We see Tanaka running around on this right-hand side, just sloughing out. Tanaka, set play here. Tanaka steps down on the bottom corner. Yamane. Yamane looks to get around. Little flip, not taken. Back over to Oda. And just working that really well, Japan at the moment in that offensive end.
Yeah, we saw Abby Thorne and Rachel Kirchheimer both getting caught out and trying to find their players on that one.
So Oda looks to step in. Good check.
Good check.
But ball hits the ground. And one good there from Suarez Jury. So this is the little weave. They run up the top here, Japan. Ball here with Tanaka.
She's been good tonight, Tanaka.
Yeah, she has. She was actually good 2 games ago. Had a lot of the ball at Tanaka. Looking to run. It's almost this little weave. As that steps inside, weave comes out, little push. Back up the top, back there to Kawhi. Kawhi steps inside. Kawhi, too easy inside. And Australia just opened the defensive gates there. No one put a stick on her. And ends up in the front of the cage.
I was watching Yamane low.
See here, gets through 2, and puts it offside stick. And Kawhi gets another one. It's a 5-1 game here.
Yeah, she had just so much time and space and actually ran between 2 Aussie sticks. So, yeah, they need to get some defensive pressure there.
Absolutely do. Otherwise, you're going to be shooting on the keeper at about 2 metres. And
I was watching Yamane because I thought they were all going to go and then shift and leave her open on the crease. And Abby Thorne picked her up, but that opened up a nice big lane.
Great offence from the Japan team. So the Aussies need to get the ball in stick. And it's ball down. And ball is up and another push. So all the whistles going the way of Japan at the moment. But the reason they are is because they're in front.
Yeah, the first to the ball, putting their stick down.
So ball comes back to the keeper. And up the top here. Fires it over to the left-hand side there. To Kamatani. Kamatani back into the middle.
Put more pressure on this ride.
And back out here to Fujimura. And just allows Oda all the space in the world. So
yeah, both Aussies shifted up and no one slid. So it's just a simple pass over the top.
And another, although a little bit more pressure on that ride there. And Harbour with the ball. Gets past Smith. Harbour steps inside, loses the ball. Smith picks it up. So here's an opportunity for Australia. Smith fires it over there.
Good defence, Sarah Smith.
And Lane looks to throw the ball inside, but decides to hold it. And Latch with the ball. Up. Now to you. You against Tanaka. Mim Suarez Jury. Looks to use her pace, but just can't get started.
Yeah, good defence there from Oda.
Bonnie Yu up against Tanaka. Looks to get inside. And a push there. So the Australian fans, you can hear in the effects mic, pretty happy with that call.
Yeah, she forced her down, not letting her have her step on the left, but able to absorb that one, Bonnie Yu.
So, set play here. You fire up and over the top again. Got to take their opportunities. They've had limited of them, so you want to make the most of them.
So Theo needs to cut through there and give Latch some space.
So Quas steps inside. That's almost got to be free space. Shot had, they've said. I thought that was a pass, to be honest. I think they might have got away with one there.
Yeah, I think they did.
Ball down the back here.
Now Quas goes through, which is good.
So Lane has the ball up here with Suarez Jury, trying to get her up on an island. Lane inside, flag on the play, and that will be held up. And Suarez Jury. So now this is what Mim Suarez Jury does really well.
We saw her go stick side high on the last free shot, so she needs to really change the plane.
Suarez Jury steps in, gets over, and in it goes. Suarez Jury gets one for the Aussies, and they're back to 5-2 and brings the crowd into the action.
Still went stick side, but low that time. So she gave herself a couple of extra steps here, Mim, just straight off.
And the Aussies, is that the one that just
gets them started?
Gets them started.
Parker's been strong in the centre draws.
She has too. 7 minutes 55 to go in the third quarter. Really low scoring game, 5 goals to 2.
It's a battle.
As you would expect when you get to this point, it is gold medal game. Australia, can they get some momentum here? Ball back into the centre. Parker, good. Oh, there's a check there, and that's going to be a yellow-red for Suarez Jury here. That is a yellow-red. So Suarez Jury will see no more action in this contest. Worse than that, Australia, they're going to be down for 5 minutes now.
Player down for 5 minutes is...
And Suarez Jury is a playmaker. So Australia going to have to defend very well here.
Yeah, Sarah Smith's been brought back on here for the player down defence.
And we're just too many on, are we? No, just looking at a different offensive player as they bring Mollison on. They had, they had Jade Mangan going on. She thought she was heading to defence, but they already had 5 on. So Japan looks up. Ball down to the bottom corner. Good save from Watts up the top. And she's going to have to work here, but decides to give it to Mitchell. Mitchell, she did this the other night, ran coast to coast.
Great work from Hiron to lead up.
Oh, just stick skills. And over here to Latch. Latch going forward. And a good save from Watts in the cage there on that bottom corner into the man up.
Yeah, Erin Mitchell down in that bottom corner was working in and out, and some great defensive pressure.
Yeah, it's got enough pressure on that shot.
So they're going to wind the entire 5-minute penalty down, do you think? Or
Well,
I don't know if they've got that much time on the clock.
They're looking here, and they've sent Sarah Smith back as an open player, as Japan are actually talking to their, so they can come back and up and over and give it there to Smith. Oh, no. A skill error, ball to be won. Oh, that is... so Australia just need to settle here. That's...
Sarah Smith and Erin Mitchell just teaming up nicely there to relieve some pressure. So Hannah Goff's taken that over.
Hannah Goff can carry a ball. Mollison, we know she can carry a ball. Oh, again, making it hard. Morrison. And Morrison, well, she's got motors, Morrison. She carries a good ball.
Latch is open behind. Oh, they've tightened up now.
Well, Hiron. You can see the coaching staff saying just try and Japan, they're not interested really. And now the double comes. Hiron gets past 1, gets past 2, back into Mollison. Mollison looks inside, takes the pressure.
Oh, she's got hold of her jumper.
Got hold of her jumper. And the crowd none too happy with that, as the Japanese player there in Muto actually had a big handful of the attacker's jumper. Ball comes down the back to Latch. Oh, sorry, Lane. Latch was out here on the right-hand side. I thought that's where it was going. So Lane with the ball. So if they can make this happen and hold this penalty out, there's Lane just running the defenders around.
You can see the difference there with Hiron and Lane. They haven't tried to go through the middle.
She's going to need a release here. Definitely going to need a release here. Morrison gives it to her. Morrison loses the ball. Ball to be won, or just gets a push. And ball goes out of bounds. And Japan win it back. But they took some time out of the clock there.
They did take time out of that clock.
4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It is Japan 5, Australia 2. But Australia have lost Mim Suarez-Jury with a yellow-red for a second penalty. And they are still in a player down opportunity here. They've got 4 in the defensive end. No, they've got 5 now. Okay, so, but an opportunity here for Japan. Opens up in the middle to Zoda. So just need to move the ball, and they are. They're moving exceptionally well. Just covering their players off. Kawhi sitting in the middle. Ball back up the top. Looks over to the left, and free space had, and Akiyama ready to let that fly.
Yeah, Erin Mitchell had the 2-on-1 there, so not much she could do.
So Akiyama looking over the other side there to Oda, but decides to go back up the top to Kawhi, and we've got a whistle here, and we're going to have another card, are we? No? Oh, I saw the goggles come off and I saw the hands cross at him. But just a
3-second call.
3-second call as the ball gets thrown away.
This is all winding the clock down, is it?
The clock has been stopped now.
Been stopped now.
2 minutes 36 left in the third term. Japan. So they've made substitution here. Lane coming on. Oh, up the top, and Japan put another one on in. Man up there, and that is through the stick of Yamane.
Yeah, Yamane's been good all week and dominant on that left-hand side.
So Australia out 6-2 at the moment. And
that's where you're vulnerable on your player down situation on those diagonal cuts, because you're looking in and you know you've got a player low and you just can't cover as many. You're the 2-on-1 or the 2-on-2 down low.
And Australia have set 4 back in defence now, as have Japan. 6-2 ball game. 1 minute 46 to go. Gonna need something a little special here from Australia. 4 goals, and they've only scored 2 in the first couple of quarters. That'll be a push there on Australia. Parker. And Japan just first to the ball.
Yeah, on each play they're using their speed.
That's come off. Pressure being put on, but Australia just sloughing back. And they're going to be able to potentially look at bringing this over. Mitchell puts pressure there on Kobayashi. Now it opens up almost on this side, and Latch tries to get the ball in her stick. So ball down the back here with Akiyama. And
Aussie's offside.
So Australia offside, so just got to tidy up some of these.
Penalty release, so they're even, but they just had to adjust. Great
Good check there from Parker. Opportunity here for Parker. Just hangs it out. Parker still with the opportunity. with the ball. Just ran her off the ball there, and going to be a interference call, and Australia will get it. Parker will have to bring the ball back.
Yeah,
Fought
good
hard.
hustle. Good hustle there from Liv Parker. Just those skill errors.
But they're just looking as ball picked up from Hiron. Shot had, and it goes out of bounds. They're just starting to see this scoreboard pressure, and that is why, because it is three-quarter time. Japan up by 4 at three-quarter time, 6-2. But it is a margin that they can come back from.
Yeah, absolutely. Game's still there to be won. The Aussies can get a few centre possessions and maybe sneak a couple of fast break goals. Be huge.
Well, they need to do that from the start, and they probably need a couple within the first 5 minutes just to bring it back to a 2-goal game, which then puts pressure on the Japan and more of that mental pressure.
Yeah,
but at the
if
moment,
you're Japan, you're going to play nice, patient lacrosse now. You've got
they'll hold the ball out.
Yep.
They'll take 5 minutes off the clock if they need to, and not allow the Aussies. So the Aussies are going to have to win the ball. And how have they been doing that so far, Mr. Pete Greenhow?
Yeah, the shot percentage of the Aussies is not great. But really the most important thing is winning that ball from the centre. I've been harping on about it all week. Japan dominating that quarter. Multiple goal scorers again. Kawai Yamane for Japan. Mim Suarez-Jury got one before she got the yellow-red. Now that really hurt the Aussies, the yellow-red, because they had the ball in their offensive end for 3-4 minutes and they couldn't attack. Or they could, but they chose not to. Trying to wind that clock down. Then there was that unforced error, and Japan went down and scored a goal, you know. So really, really hurt Australia, that yellow-red tone.
Well, they've got to keep out of the box, number one. They've won a couple of penalties tonight, and Japan scoring 2 times on man up, I think, at the moment, maybe 3.
Correct. 2, yep.
So, you don't play man up. Those don't happen, and you've got a 4-2 game. Now, 6-2, anything can happen here, and we're about to see what will happen here in the fourth quarter. The crowd getting right into it. Japan looking to keep their only name on the... Looking to keep their name on the trophy.
We were just seeing some supporters come in, rugby boys over there training, and they've decided to come over and have a bit of a watch of lacrosse, so they're getting into this game.
Well, there you go. Crowd's just increased by about 25, and maybe that's what the Aussies need.
Bit more cheering from the sidelines.
Ball comes out. Ball to be won. Picked up in a jam. Japan stick. They just need a ground ball here, but look at the red shirts. There's 4 on 3 there, and Japan will run the ball out through Kobayashi. Kobayashi finds a goalkeeper in Uchida. Uchida pushes it forward, finds Tamura. Tamura looks to run it out. Pressure coming. Oda, but it gives it back.
Oh, nicely worked through the middle of that zone ride.
And just holds it up, does Tamura. Gives it down to her attackers and says, there you go, Ayami Mizuno. Go about your work. Ball is down the back, so Japan, they can take as much time as they like here. There's 2 players up the top here. I was just going to say, Liv Parker was screaming up the top there, letting someone know, and Sarah Smith able to shut that down. Ball comes up here to Nakazawa. Nakazawa fires it over. Oh, they've used the restraining line perfectly there. And the Aussies, an opportunity here for Tamura. Coming from the defensive end.
Yeah, we saw Oda cross over. Sarah Smith defensive on this side.
Ball to Nakazawa. Nakazawa looks to get inside. Just check, not getting. Looks out, good check. Ball comes out the back. But deemed to be illegal, and back to the 15-metre arc they go.
There was a yellow flag on that one, so Mizuno comes back out.
So Mizuno with the ball. Has Bonnie Yu on her right. And Mizuno passes the ball down the back. Just loses the handle of the ball there. Comes around the corner. Looks to Yamane. Yamane just looks to take some time, I think. So an opportunity here Japan out with Akiyama. They'd be happy to take some time off the clock here. Now Hanagoff. Oh, steps inside Oda. And there's another one for Japan. Just defense allowing these players to come through.
Yeah, great left-handed drive and diagonal cut straight through in space and at pace.
Just see here on the replay, everyone looking around and just lost their player there. Couldn't see who that Australian defender was, but was trailing her as that cut came. And this makes it
Bit tougher
very
now.
interesting for the Australians. 7-2 is the scoreline. And 7 goals is not a lot in the scheme of things, but when you've only scored 2 in the first 3 quarters and you now got 3 minutes gone in the last, Australia, they're going to have to do something special, a legal procedure. And, well, there's the start. Liv Parker gets one in the face and just picks her goggles up and just sitting there going, well, as Parker, she'll come off. Looks like she might have her goggles to be. And clock has been stopped, but Parker, where's her outlet here? Parker. And this is the problem. As the Aussies, there's another one there for Parker. She's already just worn one in the smush.
Yeah, coming off now. Good job, Liv Parker, there to going through a number of players and managing to get that one over the line for the Aussies.
So Australia really going to have to attack the cage here. Every time they get the ball, they're going to have an opportunity, and Latch tries to create the first one. And we haven't seen Georgia Latch open up that shot yet, but she really starts to need to fire up. Smith's on the bottom corner here. Latch steps inside, and the Japanese just ran straight across the face of the goal then. And that might be a play. They could just keep doing that.
Yeah, she should be brought around, I think. Centre hash for that one.
Yep. Steps inside. Looks for an option. Option up the top with Quass.
Bonnie Hughes free low.
As Hiron comes up, that's a match up there. Yu, she'll look to get inside. Does get inside. Pushed. Bonnie Yu puts it away. And Australia not done with yet. 7-3 is the score. And I said Bonnie Yu could be the match winner. If she can do that a couple of more times and get this score back to where it needs to be. But it's going to start with Australia winning it from the centre.
Just protects her stick and takes the hit from behind.
Good.
Close to that line, but great finish from Bonnie Yu.
Good, strong lacrosse. Is that the thing that just starts to spark these Aussies? Bonnie Yu comes off. I'd leave her on just personally. If you've got some spark like that, let her go. So ball back in the centre. We've got a 4-goal ball game here. 10 minutes left in the last quarter. Is that the one for Australia, or can Japan just get the ball back in their stick and take a bit more time out of this clock?
I think that's going to spark her teammates, and this centre possession now crucial for the Aussies.
So taking a long time to set it. Nearly 30 seconds gone with that set. Ball and a legal procedure. That's going to Australia as well. So advantage could have been called there. Ball up to Quass. Quass takes it over the restraining line. Theo Quass for Australia. Here comes Bonnie Yu. Give it back to her, I say. Quass looks up, looks inside. Latch. And there's a card coming here. So an opportunity for Australia. They're going to be in a power play situation. And looks there. Just seeing who's coming off for that penalty. 2-0. So the defender in Kobayashi. So here's a big opportunity for Australia. They will be in a power play situation for the next 2 minutes. 9 minutes, 10 on the clock. But another quick goal here. And they've got Mollison sitting all by herself up here. And then Yu down on the bottom corner. So Mollison is an option. And ball is shot and free space called. And Mollison will take that ball. I don't know. I reckon the play would have been down to Yu on the bottom corner. even though that free space still would have held that up. But trying the outside shot against some of this keeper, she's been pretty good.
Yeah, the slide was a bit slow.
Mollison looks over, finds lane, back to Quass. Quass tipped up and over, Australian ball. And need to put these on target, maximise this power play situation. Australia 6 on 5 in their offensive end. Oh, you by yourself still. You still by yourself up on this left-hand side. Bonnie Yu, now she gets the ball. Goes to get in, not there. Quass back up the top. Rotation, and there is a free space call.
Yeah, the lefties here in Bonnie Yu and Nellie Mollison are definitely the open players.
So, would only be about 40 seconds left on this. Yu, look at her. She wants the ball. She's got the ball. Yu fires, puts it away. Bonnie Yu, match winner maybe, gets another one, and Japan back to 7-4. And Australia just with a little bit of momentum.
And Jen Adams was very quick to call a timeout and watching the clock.
And she's still arguing the point where she's asked for the timeout. And the officials are going to... there's a bit going on out there. So the officials just saying, look, let's bring it in. But Bonnie Yu, 2 huge shots. Back to a 3-goal game. 8 minutes to go.
Fantastic work from Bonnie Yu there. She was always open and that extra player on the left-hand side, and the Aussies found her, and she's managed to finish those 2 shots beautifully. The Aussies called that timeout as soon as the ball crossed the line, so they're very conscious of managing that scoreboard, that time clock.
They are indeed. So 8 minutes, 3 goals, and you don't need to be in front at the full-time siren. We could go to golden goal game. That's why they called it golden goal.
You've waited all week.
Oh, I've waited all week. And are we going to get it here tonight? Watch out if that happens. This commentary box mightn't hold me.
Alex is getting concerned sitting next to me here.
Alex is like, how can I get out of this box? He might also be deaf by the time he finishes as well. But an opportunity here for Australia.
Yeah, Bonnie Yu's been on target all week. I don't think she's missed many shots.
And there's still a player down here, Japan. There'd be limited time in that penalty anyway. But Australia...
Crowd getting behind the Aussies now.
And so Japan put 4 back. That's that little bit of mental pressure, though, from Japan. So Australia, can they get another one here? Harbour in the centre, up against Parker. As we might have had too many on there, did we? Lane comes off. So Parker with a big centre draw here, up against Harbour. Just getting set. I'm glad that stop clock's stopped, because they've been taking about 30 seconds to get this centre draw done. Harbour, Parker, Harbour. Japan comes out, ball down on the ground, and great extraction there from the Japanese in Fujimura. Fujimura gives it to Nakazawa. We've seen what she can do.
Good defense, Liv Parker.
Nakazawa steps past. Finds a way off. Hiron, Nakazawa. They're going to have to put pressure here, and they are putting pressure. And Japan, they've all set backwards. So Japan are just going to go backwards and try and take some time out. Kamatani finds the keeper. High risk, high reward here. Kamatani with the ball. Running against Quass. Kamatani needs some help here. Double on the ball. Quass, Kamatani. They are literally just going to keep it down here and run as much time out as they can, Japan. Ball with Yoshida, but this is where it could turn over. No, opens up. So now a fast break opportunity as Kobayashi comes on from that penalty. Opens up. Japan pull it out. And Japan happy to rotate Yamane over there to Nakazawa. And Nakazawa pulls it out. So Australia They're going to have to run really hard here with 6 minutes 40 to go in the third term. Nakazawa gets past one and just runs an arc and takes it out to space. They need to chase here. Ball up the top. Finds Harbour. Harbour in there to Yamamoto. Yamamoto to Kitagawa. Kitagawa steps in, fires and puts it over the keeper. And Kitagawa, that could be the match winner right there.
Yeah, we saw the penalty come on, and that just released the pressure that the Aussies were applying here. Hanegoff just running through and didn't even see Kitagawa right behind her.
Just able to push right in onto the keeper there was Kitagawa. So it's 8-4. 5 minutes 48 to go. Australia still possible in the women's game.
Yeah, we saw New Zealand come back with a 12-second goal the other day from coast to coast, so it's going to take a lot from the Aussies, but they'll fight this out.
Ball comes up. Parker wins the ball. Can't quite get it in her stick. Now does. Gets a big push. And there we go. There's Bonnie Yu. Bonnie Yu with the ball. They're going to have to attack the cage every time. They're offside here. But there's no penalty for that in the women's game. And Hiron comes on from the bench. Looks up to Quas. Quas up to Yu. Yu. She's been the driver. Quas just needs to exit some space if she's not going to go. Quas, she wants to be the one. Or gets one across the head. Looks down. Good roll there. Pops it away. Australia not out of this yet. And on the bottom corner,
Georgia Latch just coming around and putting that one away, taking some offensive pressure.
and a timeout called here to Australia, stopping that clock. Back to 8-5 it is.
Just a roll inside Japanese defender way too late, and Georgia Latch with any space at all will make you pay. So
3 goals. So every time they get the ball now, Australia have got to go to the cage. Japan, on the other hand, we know what they're going to do. They are going to take it out and make you chase them. And high risk, high reward. You might need to see the goalkeeper come out here and take someone just to try and allow that double. Might give away a goal, but
yeah, they've got to have high
Gotta
pressure.
get ball back.
Yeah, they do. And we've seen Liv Parker be really strong in these centre draws. So this first centre back is the key for her. She's heading back in now, and she's been dominant in this second half.
So 8-5, 4 minutes 42 to go. Australia down by 3 in the gold medal match. But that should be done. No more timeouts, I think, for Australia.
No, they've saved them up nicely to the last quarter.
They have indeed. But they are done now. And they just need to put scores on the board.
3 goals and send this into golden goal, Tony.
Oh, yes, we will. On the Australian Lacrosse Network. A gold medal game, in potentially golden goal, but at the moment, Japan have got the ascendancy. It's 3, and that's going to be a reface. And the clock keeps running. Japan won't mind. She just take her time to get outside the circle, reset it, take another 30 seconds off the clock. Opportunity here, Anui in the middle up against Parker. Ball comes out. Here we go. Ball needs to be won. Is won. Ashton Hiron gets a crowd. There's 3 of them. Australia under massive pressure. Got to be a free player. Ashton Hiron.
It's Bonnie Yu.
Oh, Bonnie Yu steps down. Looks to go inside. Gets the free space. Bonnie Yu. I'm suggesting she may have a shot here. Bonnie Yu from 15 metres. Bonnie Yu gets in. Bonnie Yu fires. Puts it off the bar. Tink, tink, tink. Ball needs to be won. And that's going to be an illegal body there for Australia.
I thought that was in.
I thought that was in too. As Quas up the top. Japan getting organised. There's one over on the right-hand side there. That's Latch, but Quas steps in. Save there from the keeper. just needed to go low. Uchida with the ball, and you can see the settle sign here. They're going to have to push this ball, Australia. As ball is in the stick, they can rotate the ball. The offense has to work hard here. Good work there from Latch. Latch gets over to put pressure on. They can go backwards again. They do that there to Kai. Kai hasn't had many touches, back to Uchida. So they're going to have to bring people everywhere here. They've got to lock off on these adjacents. And ball comes back down for Japan. Looks in, looks down. One opens on the bottom corner. No one on them there. And Australia, now they have to push out. 2.5 minutes to go. Japan, high risk, high reward. Nakazawa with the ball. She's just going to take it out and make the Aussies chase them. That extra player just needs to... another one over here, Kitagawa. She got one before, looks down, just pulls it out. Not interested.
No, they're just going to wind this 2 minutes down.
So they have to work really hard here. Australia, ball comes over the other side. Oda steps in, gets straight down. And no shot had there either.
Discipline offense. They're not going to let the Aussies have any chance.
Mizuno looks inside, open there. Yamane looks on the bottom corner, puts it away. That is the game. Japan will run out winners here as we see Akiyama on the bottom corner. And the Aussies just not able to keep up with that Japanese ball movement.
No, Yamane down to Megan Kitagawa on the crease.
Oh, sorry, Kitagawa in there. And she gets her second. And Australia, with 1 minute 15 to go, are down 9-5 against Japan. And Japan, well, looks like they're going to write their name on that cup again.
Once again, yeah. It was a long way back from 7-2, I think. So those early skill errors of the Aussies is going to cost them.
Ball back in the centre.
Parker still fighting out hard in the middle there.
But clock still running, 50 seconds. And ball back in the centre. Parker up against illegal procedure, and it's going to Japan. And that will probably end it up as Japan take it on the outer side as just runs into the defender there. And they've stopped the clock with 22 seconds left as Atsuka Oda has the ball. Aussies 3 on there. Pressure now. Oda gets her stick taken out. Good work.
That's a good check.
That's a good check. But offside, is it? Offside on the Australians. Clock's running. 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Not going to get another opportunity. Japan will run out winners. And there it is. Japan win the gold medal in the Asia Pacific World Championship. Gold medal game for 2025. They keep their name on that trophy. They only name on that trophy. And Australia will end up with a silver medal. 9-5. And the Japan team really, really excited out there. They played outstanding lacrosse this evening, did Japan. And Australia, again, just didn't take their opportunities.
Yeah, we've seen that dominance, and that's why they're undefeated in this tournament. They've just been clinical in their approach and really disciplined to their game plan. So well executed and just use their pace, the Japanese, in their dodging. So impressive all over the ground.
And Australia, well, they will get a silver medal. It's been a big week. But Japan, too good this evening. And how did they become too good, Mr. Peter Greenow?
Clinical was the word, Michelle. After that sloppy first quarter, 3 errors and all forced errors, turnovers,
Yep.
forced turnovers. No unforced errors that I saw for Japan after that first quarter, and also having faith in their teammates out of the 9 goals that was scored, we got 8 goal scorers. So
Wow.
just
Moving the ball around.
moving the ball, having faith in your teammates, backing each other up, moving feet as well. And that ball movement for that last goal was like crisp. It was
Clinical.
sensational.
That clinical word you use, that was the Japanese team.
Yep, absolutely. The centre draws are a bit more even in that quarter, but and also let's not forget Australia got 3 goals that quarter, as did Japan. But Bonnie Yu firing up early. It was just too little, too late for the Aussies.
5 minutes player down.
Yeah.
At this level, at gold medal game in an elite international competition, you cannot play 5 minutes down
Yeah.
and stop your opposition.
Well, the thing is, just with that yellow, red, there's
That's 7 minutes player
That's
down.
half a quarter down against the clinical team, and they scored in those
Yeah, they
power
made
play
the Aussies pay.
opportunities.
Yeah. So, yeah, cards cost Aussies, I think, in that one.
I just might run through the goal scorers, Tony, while
Yeah,
we're waiting.
absolutely, mate.
We got the Aussies, Kwas with 1, Miriam Suarez-Jury with the 1 goal, Bonnie Yu with the 2, excuse me, the 2 in that last quarter, and Latch with a goal. And for Japan, Nakazawa 1, Mizuno 1, Tanaka 1, Hosoda 1, Kawai 1, Yamane 1, Oda 1, and Kitagawa 2.
Absolutely. Kitagawa with 2 in the last quarter there, and just put the nail in the proverbial coffin of that game. And the Japanese team just lining up there to their supporters, and they will say thank you as they normally do. Now, for those of you, we are going to have the closing ceremony on here as the stages start to get set up down there. We will have Jason Bennett down there after the MVP. I suppose we've got MVPs, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Better get in quick.
Okay, what are the MVPs?
I'm going Mizuno, 25.
Mizuno, 25. I'm going... Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
You could throw a blanket
Oh,
over
who goes?
half of that Japanese team. Kitagawa, Yamane.
Uchida for me, the
Cheetah
goalie.
for you,
Yep.
the golden. Yeah, she was good.
Unbeatable. She was really good. And at clutch times too.
I'm going to go Tanaka, number 11.
Yeah.
I think she was good early too
Yep,
in
she
some
really
of those
was.
contests. So it'll be interesting to see.
And we saw eight goal scorers out of 9.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised though if
Kitagawa gets
Kitagawa gets
yeah.
it because she got 2
2
goals.
goals.
In the last quarter.
And they were both
Last
late.
quarter.
Yeah.
So Australia just shaking hands. Japan, stage is being built behind. As I said, we are going to stay live here on the Australian Lacrosse Network for the closing ceremony. We will be heading down to Jason Bennett very shortly for the MVP, but then he will be crossing over and trying to get some interviews and with the winning Japanese team and potentially the Australian team. So stay tuned here on the Australian Lacrosse Network because there's still plenty to come.
Yeah, great hit out for the Aussies, and I think they'll learn a lot from this and take away a lot from that game. So, you know, we've said they've had a blend of young and experienced players, or more experienced players in this team. So I think that good hit out, and the Japanese teams play a very different style defence,
Yeah.
and that I think took the Aussies a while to adjust. So.
They did. So they've shaken hands, and we might head down here as the 2 teams get set. Just starting to get through. We'll head down to Jason Bennett.
After a suitably intense championship game, Japan are Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Champions for the 7th time. Final score of our 2025 championship match, 9-5. It's my pleasure now to announce the MVP of our final. From Japan, number 2, Hina Richida. Hina, congratulations. Well, as we mentioned, champions of Asia Pacific for the 7th time. What does it mean to you and the team?
この優勝はあなたにとってどういう意味をもたらしますか？
日本が初めてオーストラリアに勝った試合なので、もう本当にすごく嬉しいです。
First off, thanks for a great game, and this is our first time winning against Australia, and this really means a lot to us.
What were the keys to success for your team this week?
このいい試合をした成功の秘訣みたいなのありますか？
今日のこの瞬間のためにチームジャパン全員でミーティング重ねたりとかコミュニケーション取ったり、頑張ってきたことが結果になってよかったなと思います。
I mean, this is the moment we've all been working hard for, all the meetings and all the practices, and this is what we've really been working on. So we're glad that this is a moment that we won. This is a moment that we wanted.
Tell us about the overall experience of being in Australia this week and the whole tournament.
このトーナメントを通して、どういったところの印象的な部分がありましたか？Throughout the tournament?
Yeah, the whole experience. How's the week been? How have you enjoyed the week?
この1週間どんな感じでしたか？
やっぱ国内ではない強さとかこの世界と戦うにあたってみんなで団結してきたことがこの1週間で生かしたことがすごい良かったなと思います。
Sorry. So we've obviously played against all the international players, and this is obviously a level that we can't experience in Japan. So we got to experience that. So that was the key points to this week.
On behalf of the entire team, I'm sure there's people that you would like to thank, fans, family, friends watching at home.
いろんなファンとか家族とか友達とか感謝したい人がたくさんいると思いますけど、どうですか？
はい、まず現地に応援に来てくださった日本の応援団の皆さんありがとうございます。そしてチームジャンプを応援してくださった皆さん本当にありがとうございました。
Thank you, everyone.
Well said. Congratulations, Hina. Congratulations to Japan, champions for the 7th time. We'll let the two teams pay respects to each other. Our closing ceremony coming up shortly, so stick around.
And we thank Jason Bennett there. Goalkeeper did a fantastic job for the Japanese team. And our man, Pete Greenhow, just waits till the end to slide one in there, Pete.
Mate, the grand final should be worth about 5 points, I think. So I'm going to claim 5 and still lose.
And
No.
lose.
Well, what I'm thinking is Michelle was on
choice.
7, right? We teamed up at the end of that game. We're now 8. So nothing wrong with that. Don't mind that at all. But no, congratulations to Japan and congratulations there to Hina Uchida. And congratulations to Michelle Davies for picking more MVPs this week than anybody else in this commentary box.
I wasn't going to let you forget it.
No, Tim Dobson reckons that he didn't even get an opportunity, so he was ready to fire. But then again, the way we pick him, Michelle, well, yeah, we have first.
Yeah, exactly. We're running this show, Tony, so
Exactly.
we make up the rules as we go along.
Now, what is going to happen here is we are going to have a presentation, and the gold, silver and bronze medals will be awarded to the two teams as the stage is just being built out there as we speak. So while we get through that, we might let's have a talk about the Japanese team tonight as a whole. We might just go through. They had a tough week. They played exceptionally well through the week, and to come here undefeated. But some of those players, Aoyama, didn't see her on the field tonight, number 3. Didn't call her.
No.
So I don't know whether she suited up down there, but I didn't actually call her this evening. And she's been key down in that offence, Aoyama. But Yamamoto really came into the game tonight, number 7. She certainly did a fair bit of work down there. It was a really good team effort, though, from Japan.
Yeah, I think it's players like Hosoda, Harbour, Mizuno. They do all of the hard work off the ball, and are, as we see the Japanese team just acknowledging their supporters up in the stand.
I think I've been harping on about centre draws all week. Ainui in the centre draws has been phenomenal. I think she's won a larger percentage than she's lost, that's for sure, and she took a lot of them.
Yeah, Tanaka at the centre draws as well. You know,
Absolutely.
they really they had players all over the ground. Great
And
team effort.
You can see here too, there's some other teams sitting up here, but the Japan team just paying respect to all the supporters, really.
And there are supporters responding well as well. These are the Aussie supporters that they're acknowledging, yep, and saying thank you for coming out. So great sportsmanship from the Japanese.
And I will say, as the man out there, Travis Renshaw, he has done a power of work this week, has Trav. He is out there making sure this happens. But all the staff here at the grounds, all the ball kids, all the helpers that have been out here giving up their time to make this championships one of the best.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's been world class to everyone sitting down, whether they're running an ice bath, whether they're taking tickets for the meals, to the stadium for the food that they've been providing. And we might just have a look at a couple of replays here of the game and just show you how all of this ended up at 9-5. This one here was the first one. Oda just steps in and pops that one up on the top right-hand corner. But again, a cutting goal getting into 3 metres. Ball here, and this is Bonnyu. Bonnyu gets pushed, and that was the thing where we got to 7-3, and we thought, well, might be an opportunity here. Bonnyu gets the next one, and then fires that one, and we've got a 7-4 game, and it's at that point a 3-goal deficit. But then Japan, Kitagawa just found her way in, and you can see there Hannah Goff just turned her back on that defender, and she was trying to find her player. But it was down the offensive end for me. That,
the old shovel shot past the Georgia Latch, and have a look at this Selly.
Well,
She's pumped.
That was something out of nothing, really,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was.
And they probably needed some more of that. And then all of a sudden, stepped inside and 1-on-1 down the bottom corner again as Kitagawa gets another one. But it was realistically all Japan, and that was the wash-up of it. They all just race in and get around, and look at the joy in the...
You can see the difference in the Aussies. Looking a bit dejected, but I think they'll take a lot away from these matches.
I'm going to say, though, it's a new-look Australian side. There's a lot of young players that have come through that. And they're going to learn from this. You know, that's what this is about. They still walk away with a silver medal. I mean, they were disappointed that they didn't walk away with the gold because they thought, you know, coming in, the way they'd played, and especially the game they played yesterday it was 24-3.
I think they certainly would have been favourites tonight.
Absolutely, but Japan, well, they had other thoughts.
They did.
And they executed those other thoughts just a little more precisely. Their defence was amazing, Japan. Just really didn't give the Aussies anything. And it was only late when the Aussies started to do some things that probably they weren't used to doing.
Yeah, the Aussies shot 2 goals for the 3 quarters. You know, they held them out and forced those errors and forced those passes and forced just some hesitation.
Yeah.
And you know, that really showed on the scoreboard, didn't
And I
it?
don't want to harp back, but that open goal with a 2-1 game, you know, they're the things that, you know, when it's going for you, that goes in. And I know that didn't lose the game by any way, shape or form.
No.
The Japan were too good, both offensively and defensively.
One thing about the Japanese defence that I noticed was that they backed themselves one-on-one. There was very, very few slides from the Japanese team, and that's a testament to them because they held up the Aussies.
And we haven't thanked the officials either.
No.
You know what? Gold medal game in an international competition, in a World Championship qualifier. They've made it all the way to the gold medal as well. So good job on the officiating crew, and not just them, but all week. We can't play without the officials, and they've been very good this week as well.
Yeah, they have been, and what you want out of officials is consistency. And I felt like over the week, you know, things like those slash calls and 3 seconds and free space, they've been consistent in every single game. So a great job by the officials.
Equally professional, the officials. They have their coaching staff up in the box, and you know, they're still all coaching and teaching these other officials. So great professional outfit.
There's a little bit of celebration going on there. The Aussies just sitting here as the dignitaries start to assemble there with the medals, and plenty of experience down behind the podium at the moment with the I see the APLU head, and we will go down here to Jason Bennett.
Shortly at the end of the ceremony, where our podium winners will receive their medals, we will invite all players and officials from all teams to meet down in front of the main scoreboard for the official tournament photo. The after party will then take place over the back of the grandstand there on the ground floor. So if you bought tickets to that after party, you can line up for your spit roast dinner. Players, coaches, officials will be out there mingling, the bar will be open, etc. We'll get underway with our closing ceremony in just a moment. Hey, here comes Philippines, everybody. Welcome, Philippines.
Jason Bennett as the Philippines come back out.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience and understanding. It's been a tricky day, and well done to the team here at Sunshine Coast Stadium and Lacrosse Australia for negotiating the difficult weather conditions as we welcome you to the official closing ceremony of the 2025 Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championship. My name's Jason Bennett. It's my privilege to be your master of ceremonies as we formally close a thoroughly enjoyable week here at the beautiful Sunshine Coast Stadium. To the entire team here at the stadium, thank you for all your hard work and assistance in making this an unforgettable event for all involved. We also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon we meet this evening and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. We begin our closing ceremony by welcoming some very special guests. The President of the Asia Pacific Lacrosse Union, Mike Slattery, Vice President Albert Lai, Director Ali Sugai, and the Executive Director of Asia Pacific Lacrosse, Chris Juneau. Welcome, and thank you for staging such a great event this week. From our host organisation, Lacrosse Australia, we welcome General Manager Pete Unwin, along with Directors Karen Meredith and Courtney Hobbs. Congratulations to everyone on this incredible team for everything you've achieved here at the Championships this week. We thank you. Lacrosse Australia would also like to acknowledge and thank sponsors and official commercial partners, including the official apparel partner, iAthletic, broadcast partner, Australian Lacrosse Network, tech partner, Huddle, and travel partner, Ackland Travel. Plus the Australian Sports Commission and Sports Integrity Australia. Thank you all for your ongoing support of Lacrosse Australia. It is sincerely appreciated. And a special warm welcome to all our Lacrosse Australia, World Lacrosse and APLU Life members here with us on the Sunshine Coast this week. Thank you so much for your lifelong contributions to the game of lacrosse. It's been wonderful to have you here to enjoy the action. And it is my great pleasure now to call upon the President of the Asia Pacific Lacrosse Union. Please welcome Mr. Mike Slattery.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity for making some closing remarks for the 2025 Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championship. Congratulations to the 8 competing teams. The winners of the championship been determined, as have the competitors in the Women's 2026 World Championships in Japan and the competitors in the World Games later this year in China. Commiserations for those of you that in your teams didn't get into medal games or didn't win a medal, and congratulations to the winning teams. It's been a wonderful performance of all teams. On the field in particular, there's been fierce competition and great effort. Off the field, there's been a lot of respect and a lot of camaraderie and great efforts. It's really interesting to see the friendship that once that final whistle goes, everybody wants to get together and get a joint photograph and say hello to their friends who they've just been competing against. So we've been inspired by the excellent facilities that we've got here in the Sunshine Coast on their stadium and the facilities that go with it. And we truly demonstrated a lot of enjoyment throughout this competition. That's been very obvious to our spectators to great contest. I'd like to make a particular thank you to Lacrosse Australia for the excellent hosting they've put together. It obviously shows great planning and great preparation. It's also been a top-class venue, and the facilities have been commented on by all players, all coaches and all officials, and I really appreciate the fact that you've been looked after so well and valued it. We appreciate the resulting good experience that the teams, the officials and all the support staff, and we should also note that many of the support staff have been hidden up in booths and behind the scenes in offices and alleyways while they've been supporting either with commentary or with health or with refreshments, and they go unnoticed, but they make an event like this possible and so very successful. So on behalf of the APLU, I'd like to say thank you for LA, Lacrosse Australia that is, of course, and all the support and the planning and delivery they've given us. In conclusion, I think it's been a great event and a great competition to witness. I hope that behind this, it gives great satisfaction to all competitors and inspires some of the spectators to think what they or the family might do in competing in lacrosse and providing the contest and getting the enjoyment from it. I wish everybody safe travelling on their way home, and I appreciate very much the opportunity to make these closing remarks. And in the final step, I would like to present to General Manager Pete Owen of Lacrosse Australia the commemorative plaque from the Asia Pacific Lacrosse Union to Lacrosse Australia in recognition of what we think has been a wonderful event. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sure you'll join with me in congratulating Lacrosse Australia. Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing week we've had. It's been sensational watching the teams play, the fantastic sportsmanship that we've encountered, and the weather that has relatively behaved well apart from a few little challenges. We've loved hosting each of the teams this week. Lacrosse Australia is very fortunate to have been given the opportunity to run this event on behalf of the APLU and World Lacrosse. And we're grateful for the opportunity to learn a little bit more about each of the countries, even if it was just a small glimpse into the culture of your home country. And you should be certainly proud, all of the 7 visiting nations, for the way in which you performed and the way in which you have upheld the honour of your country. We thank you for that. I'd like to congratulate all teams for their performances this week, especially our 3 final teams, our medalists. Japan, you were sensational tonight. Your defence was absolutely phenomenal and tenacious. It was very difficult for our girls to get in close enough on many of those occasions to try and score. And our girls, we are super proud of you, all of the lacrosse board and management and so forth, for the way in which you performed on and off the field, the way in which you embraced the spirit of this competition and how well you have played throughout the event. Philippines, you have been a joy to watch. Your fun-loving excitement, both on and off the field, the way in which you celebrate your goals, the way in which your team represents itself, it's been a joy to watch. And the same goes for all the other teams that have competed this week. There's been some memorable moments from my perspective. One that really stands out was number 39 for the Chinese Taipei team, the keeper Lian Jun, who so humbly and overwhelmingly was taken by the love and passion she has for her team as she was presented with the MVP award, or was attempted to be presented by our MC. It's just the love and the passion she had for her team, and the way in which she went about her celebration when the team finally won was a truly inspiring moment. The close relationships that we've noticed, Mike Slattery spoke about it before, the way in which, as soon as the game is finished, the embracing of each teammate and their opposition, and the way in which the women in this competition have shown the love and respect for each other, despite the fact that when they're out there, they're battling as hard as they possibly can for the win, has been truly inspiring as well. But I'm proud that our team, both on and off the field, has been able to present you with what we feel has been a fantastic event. We hope that you have felt safe. We hope that you have felt welcomed. We have hoped that you have felt that we have addressed all of the needs that you might have had, given the heat and the humidity and the other different areas and the challenges that are faced when we're playing up far north in Queensland. Often events like this have unsung heroes that are behind the scenes, that are often working hard without any desire for recognition, without any desire for remuneration. And these type of unsung heroes are often few and far between. But we have a few of those here tonight, and there's one that in particular I wanted to highlight for you all. This particular unsung hero has dedicated over 100 hours this week of her own time to ensure that the experience that each of you have had has been world class. She has donated hundreds and thousands of hours throughout her lifetime to a sport she absolutely adores and lives and breathes, again, with no desire or recognition for herself. It's a little bit emotional from my perspective, but I'd like everyone to join with me as I recognise this individual, and we present to her a signed jersey from the Australian team for the first international event on home soil for the last 22 years. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Karen Meredith. This is particularly special for Karen. Karen has just announced her retirement from the Lacrosse Australia board as a Director of Finance, and also I'm not so sure if she's going to resign as the High Performance Manager. I think we'll try and hold on to her in any way, shape or form we possibly can, but we have been truly blessed by the services of Karen over a long period of time in many different capacities. And it's not often that you have someone that special within your organisation, and I just wanted to make sure Karen knew how much we valued and loved having her around. Finally, before we present the medals, which is what everybody's really waiting for right now, I just wanted to make a special thank you to iAthletic, our official apparel partner of this event, but also the official apparel partner for Lacrosse Australia. I'd like to also thank the Sunshine Coast Stadium team. This has been a fantastic venue, one of the best we've played at for quite some time. They've done an amazing job, despite the fact that this was underwater not 3 or 4 hours ago, and it has held up exceptionally well. But the facilities are world class in that respect too. And a very special thank you to Mike Slattery, his team, and for the opportunity that we have had to work closely with them over the course of this week to present these Asia Pacific Championships. Congratulations, Japan. Congratulations, Australia. Congratulations, the Philippines, and to all our other teams. Thank you.
Thanks, Pete. Well done to you and the team once again for a world-class tournament which has rightly received such rave reviews. Well, it's time now to acknowledge and celebrate our championship game officials. Please welcome them from tonight's gold medal game. It's been wonderful to see the passion, the enthusiasm, the excitement, the emotion from officials this week, getting the opportunity for them as well to officiate at international level. It's a wonderful achievement, a great honour. And they represented Team Zebra superbly. A round of applause for all our officials. Congratulations, well done. The time's come now to acknowledge and celebrate our Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championship podium finishers for 2025. In third position, our bronze medalists, Philippines! It's my great pleasure to call upon head coach Shannon Nee to introduce the players who will come forward to receive their bronze medal.
I got my cheat sheet. There you go. Okay, thank you. Okay. Number 1, Olivia Pugh. Number 3, Caitlin Lazaro. Number 4, Caroline Rojas. Number 5, Ria Lagdameo. Number 6, Abigail Beatty. Number 8, Daryl Koss. Number 9, Andrea Makalalid. Number 10, Sarah Nelson. Number 11, Kalena Johnson. Number 12, Kylie Yap. Number 13, Steph Lazo. Number 14, Lizzie De Guzman. Number 15, Bailey Truex. Number 16, Carolyn Carrera. Number 17, Kat Rojas. Number 18, Nia Carrera. Number 19, Mallory Nicknit. Number 35, Minka Martinez. Number 99, Kaylee Canessa. Number 7, Kayla Stazuli. Oh, I went too fast. Sorry, I got nervous. Sorry, first time. Woo! I know. And assistant coaches, Alyssa Guido and Al Anaya.
And last but not least, our coach, Shannon Nee.
Congratulations once again. Their inaugural appearance at the Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championships, and they come away with their country's first ever medal. Please congratulate our bronze medalists, Philippines! In second position, our silver medalists, Australia! It's my great pleasure to call upon head coach Sarah Forbes to introduce the players who come forward to collect their silver medals.
Number 1, Chelsea Gilbert. Number 2, Rhiannon Panting. Number 3, Geordie Watts. Number 6, Abby Thorne. Number 7, Jade Mangan. Number 8, Hannah Goff. Number 9, Rachel Kirchheimer. Number 10, Nellie Mollison. Number 11, Beck Lane. Number 12, Erin Mitchell. Number 14, Olivia Parker. Number 15, Shannon Mitchell. Number 16, Bonnie Yu. Number 17, Mim Suarez Jury. Number 20, Esther Lavelle. Number 21, Georgia Latch. Number 22, Ashton Hiron. Number 23, Theo Quoth. Number 24, Jess Morrison. Number 25, Taylor Mangan. Number 26, Sarah Smith. Number 29, Liv Antilov. I'll deal with the coach. And the coaches, Stacey Morlang, Jen Adams, Sue McSullivan, Trish Adams, I don't know what Kara's last name is. Kara Gleason.
And last but not least, our wonderful head coach, Sarah Forbes.
Please congratulate the 2025 Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championship silver medalists, Australia! It is now my great pleasure to call upon the head coach of our gold medalists for 2025, the 2025 Asia Pacific Women's Lacrosse Champions, Japan! Call forward Masakazu Nagashima to introduce the players who will come forward to collect their gold medals.
Come on. いらっしゃい。Okay. Number 1, Aya Saito. Number 2, Hina Uchida. Number 3, Riko Aoyama. Number 4, Tamao Hirose. Number 5, Miri Akiyama. Number 6, Nene Kawai. Number 7, Nanami Yamamoto. Number 8, Mai Fujimura. Number 9, Megan Kitagawa. Number 10, Kaho Inoue. Number 11, Nozomi Tanaka. Number 13, Nanami Muto. Number 14, Shiori Kai. Number 15, Suzuno Hosoda. Number 16, Aoi Tamura. Number 17, Negai Nakazawa. Number 18, Haruka Haba. Number 21, Mona Yamane. Number 22, Marin Kamotani. Number 24, Atsuko Oda. Number 25, Ayame Mizuno. Last team captain, number 20, Haruka Kobayashi. Sorry.
Head coach, Masakazu Nagashima. Assistant coach, Kazuya Shikinami. Assistant coach, Maya Taga. Assistant coach, Ai Hirose. Manager, Miho Yamada. PR, Maho Hattori. GM, Miho Yamamoto. Terada Ryohei. Uchida. Thank you.
Whoa. That was warm. If you are physically able, please be upstanding and remove your hat for the playing of the Japan National Anthem. I now call upon Asia Pacific Lacrosse Union Director Ali Sugai to present the championship trophy. The 2025 Asia Pacific Women's Champions, Japan! Please congratulate all our medalists. That concludes our closing ceremony for the championships. While our winners fulfil their on-field photo obligations, may I please call upon the other teams and officials currently up in the grandstand on the sidelines to move across to in front of the podium here, where we're going to take all the official tournament photos with all our players, all our officials. Shortly, all our players and officials will be mingling out the front of the stadium for the official tournament after party, so you can grab a selfie and an autograph. If you've got a ticket for the after party, you can head to the dining area, line up for dinner. Drinks available at bar prices. Lights are going out, so I have absolutely no idea what's on the rest of my notes, so I guess it's over. Well done, everybody. And if you could turn the lights back on, that'd be awesome, because the photos work better when we can see them. Thank you. Just stay here, girls. We'll get the other teams and the officials to come across in front of you there, and we'll get the official team photos. Here comes New Zealand. Thanks, New Zealand. Come on over. Come on over, girls. We're going to throw up a drone and take a drone shot, which is going to look amazing. Come on in. You're still here. I thought you guys were going home. You're representing. Welcome. Come on in. Round of applause for Chinese Taipei, who is still here. Our team from Hong Kong, China. Please welcome Team China! Please welcome Korea! This has been a truly historic occasion, the first international lacrosse tournament played in Australia since 2002.
And as the closing ceremony just starts to wind up there, and Jason Bennett, as you see all the teams coming out on the ground, just about to take a drone shot, I believe, and some official photos. It's been a absolutely fantastic week of lacrosse here at the Sunshine Coast Stadium, and to the Sunshine Coast Stadium staff, amazing. They've been here all week looking after us, Alex, Jeff and Jenna, and we thank them exceptionally well. All the music's been playing, and Alex, well, he's had to put up with us a lot in this booth. And I tell you what, Jeff didn't know what hit him the first day he got in here for the first half in this commentary booth. But we thank the guys, and to all the people, and look at this little drone out here. Nothing better than look at the shot. That shot is amazing. They're coming out of the drone. And to the guys down on the field there, Tim Dobson, he's been on the camera all week looking at those close-up shots at quarter time, half time and full-time huddles. He's been also doing interviews down there, Tim Dobson, as part of the Australian Lacrosse Network. He has done a great job. So, Timmy Dobson, thanks very much, mate. To Christian Leray, who's been on our main camera all week, stood up there by himself, had no one else to talk to, but he puts an earphone in and listens to us, and we make him chuckle occasionally. And so to Christian Leray, we call him Mr. Spielberg. He's still getting amazing shots, and we thank him very, very much for being upstairs. To my team in the commentary booth, cannot do this without you. We've had a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, and I hope you really have enjoyed the week. Peter Greenhouse, thank you so much, mate. You flew over here. You just got through your daughter's 18th birthday and then made it here, and stats have been outstanding, mate. It's been fantastic for Michelle and I to be able to call on you for that. So, mate, great having you part of the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Mate, thank you for having me. It's been an amazing experience, and to be able to watch how far lacrosse has come with all these two new countries. But all this whole environment, I agree, the stadium staff have been amazing, and yeah, it's just been a fantastic week, and it's been my absolute pleasure.
And Kane Mannix has been down there with the camera as well, taking all the official photographs, so we want to thank him. Carly Luke, amazing on the media side. Jackson, you know, there's a team that just stepped up here. The content's been amazing through the socials. There's been so much reaction. We've had it through the crowd when we've been out talking to people, and they come up to us and go, oh, this is fantastic. You should come to the US. You should do this. You should do that. And the reason that is because I've got Michelle Davies in here. I remember the first time I rang her and said, Michelle, wouldn't mind you coming into the commentary with your experience. And Michelle went, hang on, I better check on it. I'm good behind the camera, maybe not in front of it. Well, I can tell you, Michelle, you've been amazing in front of the camera. It's been so much fun to work with you over this week. You're going to be back again, hopefully, and
hopefully I'll get invited back.
No, you'll get invited back. You gave some really amazing insight to this commentary booth over the last week, and And it's, again, from me, it's been so much fun to have you in here.
Thank you. It's been amazing. Someone's got to be in here to keep you under control, Tony. So, no, it has been. I haven't called lacrosse before and certainly been welcomed into the Australian Lacrosse Network family. So thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
It is indeed, and that's going to warm up the grounds out there with that, and probably, hopefully, no one's got hair gel in.
Might have needed that about 5 hours ago.
Yeah, as the teams just start to break here. This event and the ALN doesn't work. The amount of hours that this man has put in, and he's still working back here. He's we wish we could get a shot of him, but we can't. And he's still working as the drone's up there taking photos. But Scotty Gill got here. He set all this up, and it's been amazing what he's been able to do. And as we come in every day, there's new little toys for us to play with. As the tournament went on, and he just doesn't ever get phased. Even when things seem to be going right and wrong, he just sits on the back there, our producer, Scotty Gill. And we wouldn't be able to do this without Mr. Scott Gill. So we thank him immensely. And as we say, the event is about to wrap up here. And from me, myself, I absolutely love bringing you live and free lacrosse on the Australian Lacrosse Network. For all those that I didn't pronounce your name right, well, I apologise, but sometimes, you know, that's 22 names by 8 teams, and we hope you've enjoyed the coverage here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. As far as the commentary box goes, we're going to wrap it up in here. It's been, again, amazing, amazing, amazing lacrosse. Thank you to Lacrosse Australia, Sunshine Coast Stadium. On behalf of myself, Tony Watts, and the Australian Lacrosse Network, it is an absolute pleasure to be able to bring this to you. We can't wait to be bringing you more live and free lacrosse in this country. Hopefully, you'll give us a shout out somewhere on social media. But on behalf of myself, Tony Watts, the entire ALN crew, we thank you for joining us. Until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you very, very soon.